Hey everyone, how's it going? Today we're gonna listen to a girl talk about how she can hear everything while she was in a coma. Let's check it out. Ooh,
Hi there, I'm Aria.
What's up?
Imagine yourself.
What's up, Aria? How you doing?
To say, I'm hungry, I'm hurting. Thank you.
I say it all the time.
I love you. Imagine yourself being
I love you too.
inside a body which doesn't obey your
We're
orders
all in
at
a body.
People are all around.
Doesn't
you,
obey?
yet
Are you sure?
You feel alone.
Too many people.
It wouldn't be easy, would it? Well,
alone.
Years of wishing.
How many years? You're like 5.
To express, to share with others. Maybe you're wondering about
You don't need to share with others.
Well, it was that I fell off the tree. I was my mom and
Girl,
dad
what you doing climbing trees?
We were a middle-class family, and we lived in a small house with a stunning backyard.
Middle class with a stunning backyard?
Even older than my grandparents. When my dad
How
first
old?
bought the house,
69?
we found a tree house in the oak tree built by the kids who had lived in the house
Oak?
before us. After a lot of convincing,
That
my father
treehouse
built
is
the
haunted for
tree
show.
house. He even made a wooden ladder so
What
I
a
could
good
climb
guy.
up to the tree easily. I remember helping
Couldn't it be
my
wooden
dad
stairs?
decorate the walls with posters and photos of my favorite band. For a second,
What kind of
you might
favorite
be
band is
thinking,
that?
what a sweet
Metallica?
family. But no, this wasn't the case exactly. You see, my
You
mom was
ungrateful.
a woman who yelled a lot.
Oh,
and
okay, my bad, my
nothing
bad,
me
my
or
bad.
My dad did could please her. She would spend the whole
Why
night
is she so
smoking
mad?
cigarettes
You mad,
in front
bro?
of the TV and then sleep the whole day.
Smoking what?
As for my dad, he spent his time working so he could pay the bills and buy us food.
What a...
And me, well, after
She
I got
ain't
home
doing
from
nothing.
school, there was nothing for me to do but go and play with my dolls in the treehouse. For
You
my
could have
13th
studied,
birthday, my
done
dad
homework.
bought me the best gift ever. He bought me a little
iPod?
white puppy that was super fluffy. I called him Snowball. Perhaps this
Oh,
dog
I get
would
it,
keep
'cause
me
he's
pumped
white.
so I wouldn't be so alone. I loved Snowball, and I taught him
Leave
lots
me
of tricks.
alone.
We used to spend all day together in the treehouse.
What kind of
We'd
tricks?
only go home to eat dinner. That way, we steered clear
Oh,
of
my
mom
bad.
yelling
Too
and
good to go
getting in
home.
fights with my dad. I watched
Okay,
the
I get
sky
it,
a
I get
lot
it.
during my days in the treehouse. Back then, my dad only came home after the sun.
He's
had
losing his
set,
hair,
so
see?
I'd watch the stars
Stressed.
lighting up the sky. They
Where was
looked
he going?
amazing. I knew that those stars were nothing but meteors traveling fast through
No,
the sky as they
they're the
burned.
great
But
kings of the
everything
past
my
watching
dad told
over
me
us.
about them made them seem
What
magical.
movie is that?
One time, I was watching the sky with Snowball, waiting for my dad
One
to return
time,
home. When he arrived,
I saw a
he climbed up and
spider.
sat beside me. He said, "This falling star is a wish that just came true for someone out there in the world." A wish?
Came
I
true
said.
for who?
He explained,
Ain't me?
a long time ago, there was a poor man praying to the gods every day.
You
However,
poor,
the gods
poor
were
man.
always busy, so they didn't answer him.
You're telling me
One
gods
day,
are
he
always
screamed
busy?
so loudly
They're
the
not
mountains
listening?
shook. The gods looked at him and listened to his troubles. They
The
became
gods got
so
tired of
sad
him
and
begging.
cried burning stars. So this way, whenever he saw a falling star in the sky, he'd make a wish and the
shooting
gods
star.
would make them come true.
When
But can
you
this be
wish
possible,
upon
I
a
asked? And he
star.
replied, "Legends are a beautiful thing to hear, but not
They
to
are.
believe. If the legends
Wow,
are so old, how can
that's
we
kinda
know if they're
true.
true or not?" I
You don't
asked.
know if they're
He
true.
just smiled
You'll never
at me
know.
and said it was time to head back into the house. On that same night, while
He's
I was
like,
lying in
let's
bed
not talk about this
watching
anymore.
Snowball, it started to feel like my life was falling apart. My mom was screaming hysterically
Fall
at my dad,
apart.
telling him that the money he was
Why
paying
is she
me was no longer
tripping?
enough,
She
and
is
that he should start
McTrippin'.
searching for an extra job. She said that
Why
she
don't
could no
you
longer
get a
go out
job,
with her
girl?
friends because she was so embarrassed. She couldn't afford to buy new dresses every time they
Can't
went
buy
out
a new
on
dress
dances.
because you have no
I saw
money. Why don't
Snowball
you go
looking
get
at
a
me as if he wanted to say, "What a silly
J-O-B
woman." The
job?
fighting and loud screaming continued for a long time until I could no longer bear it.
You get a
I
job.
snuck out of the window
I have a
and headed
job. Do you have a
towards the
job?
dark oak tree in the backyard. Everything
Girl,
around
it's
me was
nighttime.
dark. Behind me walked Snowball.
You
We
think?
crept
It's
very
nighttime.
quietly so no one would hear us, and then we arrived at the
Sneaking
treehouse.
around already at a young
It was
age.
pitch black, so I missed a step on the ladder, and then my legs
Why would you
hurt.
climb the
last
ladder
thing
when
I
it's
remembered
dark?
from that day was that after I fell hard on the ground, everything around
saw
me went
darkness?
fuzzy. Snowball sounded far
How'd
away,
you see
even though
fuzzy
I
when
could
it's
see
dark?
him jumping around me. Then I wasn't able to feel anything.
Oh, man,
After
she
a little
dead.
while, I felt myself
She dead.
waking up. My head hurt and I couldn't feel any
thought
part
she's
of my
dead.
body. I'd completely
Oh,
lost
she's in a coma.
control over my body parts. Even my eyes. I couldn't
Everything?
open them. I could feel the light around me, but it was too difficult to open.
How do you
my eyes.
feel the light
Oh my,
around
what
you? I mean, you
happened
could
to
see
me?
the
Was
light.
I stuck in my sleep? Or was it worse
And
than
at
that?
last
Had I
I
died?
see
I didn't
the
know much
light.
about death, except that after death, a person drowns in darkness. But this
Or you drown
darkness I
in the
felt was
burning
different.
pits of fiery hell.
I could feel my body freezing. Suddenly I heard something.
I thought you couldn't feel
If I
your
was
body.
able to
How
hear
can you
him,
feel
that
yourself
means I
freezing
wasn't
now?
dead. Thank God. From his tone of voice,
You're
I
not
thought
dead,
that
you're
he was
just-
the doctor speaking to my
You're out of your
parents.
mind.
He said, "The damage she suffered to her head due to the fall has
We don't know what to do, honestly, we don't.
bleeding in her
Sorry.
body, which is preventing
She's
enough
like, we gotta pay for
oxygen
this,
from reaching
really?
her body, resulting in a coma." But I wasn't in a coma. I was there with
Wake
them.
up!
I heard my dad crying and my mom inquiring about the treatment fees. I wanted
All
to
she
scream
cares
and
about is
tell her, to say
money.
something, anything. But I wasn't able to
I'm
even
here,
talk
guys.
all the
I'm
time.
here.
Suddenly, I was just a vegetable, unable to do
Vegetable?
anything but listen. Most people
Vegetables
don't
can
think twice
listen?
before talking or connecting with
Oh.
others. They do it automatically. But I had absolutely no way of speaking to anyone. For the last
You could
13
talk
years,
to
I
them
had
telepathically.
been a normal girl who loved her dad, her dog.
What
and
does
who
normal
loved to
mean
play.
anyway?
I was
And now
happy
you're not a
and
normal
healthy.
girl?
But now, suddenly, that had all changed. The
Now,
doctors
I'm
didn't
a
know
stick.
what to do. They thought I was completely in a coma.
Honestly,
They always treated
we just
me
don't know
as-
what to do.
All the time I spent in the hospital, I only heard my dad's voice. My mom had completely
Your dad is a real
vanished.
one.
I didn't know where she was.
Damn,
and
she
I
made
didn't
like
hear
titties and
anything
bounced.
related to her. Until the day the doctor said there is nothing more they can do and that it is best for me to return to my parents' home.
They're
I
just
heard
giving
my mom
up.
arguing with my dad. She didn't want me
She's
back
flipping him
home.
off?
I was, according to her, a burden that she didn't want to carry.
She's a burden.
But
She
I
don't
went home
work.
anyway.
She
I was
sleeps
happy
and
because I was
smokes.
returning home. I
You're
heard
a
my
burden.
dad telling my mom that he finished the treehouse because that was the last thing I asked him to do. That's why he insisted on bringing me back home, so I could be near the things I love.
Sweet
However,
guy.
things went downhill from there. I
However.
lost my ability to move. I failed all
I
the
thought you
night
couldn't
exams
move
they conducted on me
earlier.
in the hospital. So the doctors told my parents they could treat me as if I didn't exist. My return home was
What?
just a hopeless
You
attempt to keep my
cold-hearted
unconscious
person.
body comfortable until I died. My dad tried his hardest to keep me comfortable, and that really annoyed my mom. Their friends
What
stopped
is this
visiting
lady's
after a while, and the
problem?
money
She's trying to
Daddy
play it off.
provided
Look at
was
her.
no longer enough. Machines that were keeping me alive were too expensive.
Bet you she still didn't get a
Before,
job
I
while
was
her
able
daughter's
to
dying.
escape my mom screaming and ranting, but today I was stuck with it without them even
She's like,
knowing
I
that hear
can't
them.
get away
The
from
whole
this
thing
chick.
felt like a
Jeez.
nightmare. When my dad first got me Snowball, I
You're
thought
in a
that
nightmare.
he was very smart and could just understand me without even having to talk to him. But my dad used to laugh and say, dogs are
That guy's
about as
still
smart as a
holding
3-year-old.
strong.
They can feel when you're happy, sad,
Probably
or
as smart
scared,
as the
but they
mom,
can't read your
huh?
mind. Deep down, though, I
Yeah,
knew
they can.
Snowball was no ordinary dog. He was
Dogs
special
know what's
enough to
up.
be able to read my
Comment
thoughts
if you
because we
agree.
had this insane bond. Every time my parents started their screaming matches, I heard Snowball sitting beside me and barking in a low voice, as if to tell me that
The dog's like,
everything
don't
would be
worry.
all right. I was sure
Your
that
mom
Snowball knew I was
is
a prisoner
crazy.
in my body, unlike what everyone else believed. He never
I
left
feel like a
my
prisoner in my
side
body,
because
but you
Wolverine
know,
was my only
I'm stuck
friend.
here.
For a while, I used to be entertained by my father when he entered my room
kind
at
of-
night and started moving my body left and right to help my blood circulate. Once he was done, he'd sit
I bet you if you
beside me
slapped
and
her, she'd
talk
wake
with
up.
me for an hour or so about his day, like he used to before. But that didn't
It's like,
last
girl,
very
you had
long.
no
The
idea.
last talk he
You
had
should have
with
seen
me
it,
was about
but you
how
can't see right now.
tired he was, both physically and mentally. That he was very upset he'd lost his little girl, the only person in the whole world.
He lost his little girl, he lost his wife.
That day,
Not
he was
good.
sobbing so loudly. Then he suddenly said, I can no longer bear to look
Sorry.
at you like this anymore. After that, he stopped talking to me altogether. A year quickly turned into
Aw,
2,
man,
and I
he's
felt
given
the person
up.
I used to be disappearing. Not just her body,
You already
but also her
disappeared.
memories. My mom said that she'd had enough with my stuff
Memories.
taking up so much room, and that she could put the space to good use.
Yo,
My dad
what
wasn't able
is
to
this
refuse,
lady's
so he just said that
deal?
he'd moved my things to the treehouse. It wasn't long.
You should
until I
move
was
the
waiting
mom
in
to
my
the
room for another
treehouse.
one that was more practical and way smaller. It had barely enough room for my bed, machines, and for one person to be able to move around.
This is Harry
That
Potter's
was enough for
bedroom
me,
under the
according to
stairs,
my
isn't it?
mom. What was worse was that this little room
Your
was
mom
next to the
is
living room. That meant
tripping.
that I could hear everything. I mean, literally down to the tiniest details. 2 years turned to 3.
Yo, the
and I was
mom's
still in the same
gossiping.
place
You
with
already know
no
what
one
it
aware of my
is.
existence. It was like I was a ghost.
I'm aware.
Whenever my mom's friends came
Casper?
to visit, they used to ignore me, as if I was just part of the furniture. I was dead.
Man, her
to
friends
everyone, just not in the
suck.
ground.
Arya?
Only Snowball remained
Stark?
by my side. My mom
Is that
and
your
her
name?
friends' conversations were ridiculous. They gossiped a lot and couldn't stop judging
Oh
their
my god, I
relatives.
wanted Gucci,
Sometimes
not
they
Louis
talked about
Vuitton.
clothes, travel, and their husbands.
Look
I
at that
once heard my
smirk
mom
on their
talking ill
faces.
about my dad. She said he was the reason behind her unhappiness, and that she had met some rich guy at a coffee shop. That guy
Oh,
had
she
invited her
cheating.
for a drink, and she'd gone to meet him.
She's
And now
scheming.
She was seriously considering leaving me and my dad. For me, that was the worst part
Wow.
about those 3 years. Feeling totally powerless and
Wow.
not being able to stand in front of her and not being able to scream, "You're an ungrateful woman. All the things
you
Dad
cold
did
woman.
for you, and yet it's never enough. Now you want
'cause
to
he was
leave
losing
me
his
because
hair.
some other guy has more money?" My poor
It's always
dad
about
didn't
money,
deserve my
isn't
love,
it?
Or even
It's
me.
always about
I
money.
found myself in utter darkness, and the darkness was swallowing my dad up whole. I couldn't remember much about my life
Darkness.
before the fall. I was so terrified I'd forget everything. I remembered
Moral of the
having a
story is
friend that
don't
was
fall and
amazing.
don't climb ladders in the
I remember
dark.
what we used to do or how we would spend time together. I remember loving science, but I no longer remembered
Science
any of the stuff that
rules.
we'd learned at school.
I love
At the same
science.
time, my mind clung onto those memories, and at the same time, started creating new ones that hadn't existed before. I had to
You're
find a way
dreaming.
to
Is that
stay
Mr.
in
Miyagi?
this world, even if I had to create my own world inside my head. Maisie
Dude,
became
creating
my
your own,
best friend.
creating your
She
own world
always
is better.
visited on Sundays. Every time she came,
Wait.
she talked about her classmates, how Sophie
Who's
had fallen
visiting?
in love with Joe,
Is this real?
and how Kit had failed the math test, so the teacher had punished him by making him solve 10 equations in front of the whole class. Maisie's
That's just
visits,
cruel,
though they
teacher.
were only in
That's a
my
cruel
head,
teacher.
were the best parts of my day.
Maisie,
I didn't know that what I
Arya,
was doing in order to
Game of
entertain
Thrones.
myself was actually a kind of exercise for
connected.
my damaged mind. I didn't realize that I
My
was
heart
helping
is
myself
damaged.
get better.
I mean, my
If
brain.
I'd known, I wouldn't have waited 3 years to start doing it. My consciousness
3
was slowly
years?
returning.
You know how
might
many
wonder,
days
how
that
did I
is?
realize that? Well, simply, I felt my
36?
eyelids flutter whenever Maisie
No.
visited me. Believe it or not,
48?
our thoughts have
No.
incredible power. But even so,
Never
no
mind.
one knew that I was coming out of a coma. Ever since I'd first been
Coma.
diagnosed as being in a coma, I was totally aware of everything happening around me. Exactly like
I can
a
hear
normal
all of
person.
you
But I
talking
was stuck inside
smack.
a silent body, it seemed. A mind full of life that no one noticed. I started accepting this
Oh, I'm
cruel
sorry.
fate and got lost in my made-up thoughts.
Accept your
Suddenly,
fate, girl.
I could no longer tell the difference between what was real and what wasn't.
And what was
There's
not.
a fine
Oh,
line that separates
close.
memory from imagination, and I clearly
Imagination.
One thing I was absolutely certain of was that the fights my parents had and my mom's betrayal were 100% real.
Your mom
After 4 years,
is
my
one of
mom had
those
enough of
women.
me. How long must I endure moving this body left and right without any response? She would yell
my
in my
God,
dad's
this
face,
lady
and he
is
would answer, "Until she dies."
heartless.
Imagine being in my
How can you be
position,
so
not being able to
heartless?
speak to a friend, not feeling loved anymore, not having any ambitions or dreams.
Yeah, I know what it's
no
like
hope
not
of
to
being
feel
able to look forward to anything.
loved.
All my thoughts were miserable ones. I lived in fear, and if I was being honest,
Dude,
I was
I'd be scared
waiting for
too.
death so I could escape from all of this. I pictured
The Deathly
myself
Hallows.
dying in some nursing home, cold and alone. And so that's how I
Aw,
spent those
man,
4 long
beep.
years. Snowball's existence
4 years?
was my only comfort.
Dude,
My eyelids started fluttering.
that's a long
again.
time.
You might think that's not really a big deal. Anyone can do that
She
without
needs true
trying,
love's first
but
kiss.
that wasn't the case with me. Snowball noticed what was going on and started to bark for hours and hours without stopping. My mom
The
couldn't
dog-
tolerate
the dogs
it.
be knowing.
My dad came home and Snowball continued to bark. Everyone went to bed and
Dude, why is your mom
Snowball
still
was
living
still
there?
barking. He was just like me, wishing for someone to realize
Let
that I was
her
still with him.
out!
But what happened was the opposite of what we hoped for. The next day, his barking stopped completely.
She
I
has
didn't
to
know
live.
what had happened to
Who's
him.
telling the story?
Mom must have gotten rid of him. I was really
What?
worried about him. Snowball was my only friend, the only one.
Wow, that
made
mom
me feel that
sold
I was
the dog for
eventually
money.
dead. He disappeared.
Didn't she?
That day, I heard some heated discussion between my parents.
Oh my God,
You
oh my
might
God.
say that nothing was new, but
Who's that?
this time it was different. My mom decided to
This
leave
time?
my dad. She accused him of having never been the perfect
I'm
husband.
not
She
surprised.
was crazy. He was the
Why
coolest
didn't why'd you
dad
marry
the
him?
world could ever wish for. He tried
Yeah,
to
you made him lose his
persuade her to
hair.
stay, but it was pointless. She screamed at the top of her
I wouldn't
voice.
persuade her anymore.
It would have been
Just
better
go.
if she died that day. It's like a curse that won't go away unless
Are you
I
kidding me? Oh,
leave.
hell
Sound of the
no.
door slamming was the last thing I heard that day. I was incapable.
She
of
should have been in the
changing
coma.
any of the things
I'm just
around
saying.
me, or
I'm
even
just
the way
saying.
my mom and
Get
dad
mad at
looked
me.
at me.
I don't care.
I was an invisible, silent watcher to how people acted when they thought no one was looking.
Oh.
Unfortunately, I wasn't just a watcher. Because of my
Oh.
inability to communicate with people, I became the perfect victim.
If I was gonna
A
die, I'd
creature
haunt that
looked
lady
like it
right
was
afterwards.
devoid of emotions. For 4 years, my mom used to abuse me mentally and physically.
Villain?
What did I ever do?
Chilling
to
like
her
a
to
villain in the
deserve that?
penicillin.
A part of me wanted to cry, and the other part wanted to fight. I was so full of pain and sadness. It was torture. The
Fear
following
leads to
day,
anger.
It was like
Anger
I
leads
no
to hate.
longer
Hate
existed
leads to
inside the
suffering.
house. My dad was really depressed. He moved me to a nursing home, exactly like I'd expected.
Dude, the
to
dad
happen.
is still
I
a
felt
real one.
worthless
He's still
now
putting
without
up with it.
Snowball, and without people around me.
Sorry, not
I
putting up
became
with it.
even more of a shell of my former
He's still
self.
enduring.
Another year went by, and everyone still thought I was in a deep coma. In the nursing house, everything
Aren't
was
you in a
so
deep coma?
quiet. No voices, no movements, and no talking. Just a stranger who moved me left and right every day, and who made sure
What?
that my machines
Oh,
were working
the nurses.
normally. The 6-year mark
They better be
came and
working.
went, and then the
6
7th,
years?
Everything was the same. I used to figure
How is he
out
paying
the
for
time
this?
from the nurses changing shifts
Now
every
I sound
6
like the
hours.
wife.
That meant that on the 4th time I was moved, a day would have passed. No one visited me during the 3 years that I spent there, except my friend
Man, these
Maisie.
people are cold.
No one cared about me.
Yo,
but
Maisie
her.
is a real
I
one.
lived
They haven't
in
seen her in
terror.
3 years.
I knew every day would be exactly the same as the
Is
last.
this girl ever gonna
over
wake
and
up?
Over again. I totally lost any hope I had of hearing another person's voice. But then
Don't
one
lose
night,
hope.
my dad decided to visit me. I had no idea what day
Here
it
comes
was because
Dad.
I'd lost all sense of time. But it happened to be my
Time?
20th
What is
birthday.
time?
He held my hand and
20th?
I couldn't believe
Oh, it's
it
been a
when I
while.
heard his voice. It felt like a dream. He told me, "You won't be alone anymore. I'll be with you forever."
Remember
from now on.
me.
I can't believe you just turned 20.
His hair turned
Emotions
gray?
welled up in me, and suddenly I could feel the familiar fluttering of my eyelids. I had to open my eyes. I couldn't
It's
stay
moving?
like this anymore. My dad
No
had
way.
his face buried in my shoulder and he
It's
was
like a
crying.
movie.
He couldn't see my face or my eyes, but when he turned his head, he jumped and ran outside screaming at the top of his voice, "Doctor, I need a doctor!"
No way.
Perhaps emotions have more power than we realize.
Yo, I'm about to cry,
my dad's
son.
love for me made me open my eyes once again. The doctors ran some tests
For
on
real?
me, and none of them could explain
I'm
what
not
had
crying, my
happened.
eyes are
They only
sweaty.
said the damage that her head suffered was apparently able to heal with time. Your daughter is out of her
Wow,
coma.
I'm actually sad
To
now.
make sure I was able to hear them, the doctor asked me to blink twice.
'Cause
And
it's
I
the new
did.
doctor, he
Being
knows what's
able
up.
to communicate again, even in a simple way, felt like the best thing in the world. But even more
She
than that
woke
was
up.
the fact that I was no longer a nobody. Dad was so excited.
You're a somebody.
He didn't even know where to begin. But my movement and
The dad
reaction
deserves it, for
were
real.
still limited. It would take time. There were seriously times where I almost gave up, but I had to hold on to
No,
this.
you should never
My dad
give up,
promised never
ever.
to leave me alone, and he kept his word. At night, my
Dude.
dad moved my bed towards the window.
That's
It
a
was
loyal
the first
dude.
time I'd seen the
I give him
sky
my
for
respect.
the last 7 years. At
And
that
at
moment,
last
a star
I
fell from the
see
sky.
the
I closed
light,
my eyes and wished
and
to be
it's
able to
like
speak again.
the
I mean, there must have been a
stars
reason
shifted?
for the star to fall at
sky.
that moment, right? It couldn't have been a coincidence. That night, my dad told me about that dark
It's
day.
probably a coincidence.
He told me how Snowball ran home barking nonstop. My mom tried to shut him up and to kick him out, but he refused. He bit my
Oh,
dad's
hell
hands
no.
and kept pushing until my dad came with him outside. From afar, he saw me motionless on the ground. He panicked and drove me to the
Oh.
hospital in a hurry.
He drove her to the
There,
hospital?
They told him that there was no hope. But my dad wouldn't give up. He knew there would come a day where I'd
Damn,
be
most
okay
people would
again.
give up.
He must have gotten sick of waiting
knew.
for that day. It's true that I was happy for
Till his
recovering
hand turned
gradually,
gray,
but even
he
then,
waited
I
for
didn't
that
feel
day.
completely free. People around me were still controlling everything. When and what I ate, if I could stay in bed, or if I should be sitting
at
on
least
a
she's
chair.
awake.
It didn't matter how many times
Sitting on
I
a toilet.
blinked, I didn't say anything except
Sitting
for
on a
yes
toilet.
and no. One day, my dad came in all happy. He told
Look
me
at
that
him,
the doctors had
optimistic.
finally agreed to let him take me on a wheelchair around the city. It was the first time in so long that I get to
Oh,
move and
you are
finally leave
mobile,
my
girl.
bed. I was scared. The outside world must have changed a lot. I didn't know if I should go. But I needed this. It was time to get back out there.
I
remember one
need
moment from that
it.
day very vividly. My dad
SpongeBob.
left me alone in the car on our way back in order
Is she
to
still
buy
dreaming
something
'cause of
quickly
the-
from the store. A woman passed by, looked at me, and smiled.
Oh?
I didn't know the reason
Who
behind
dat?
her smile back then, and I'll never know. But that small smile, a small human interaction, made me feel better again.
She looks
That
wholesome.
woman's smile is what pushed me to continue. Seeing
Oh,
my
well,
dad come
she
into
looked
my
mad.
room was always the best moment of my day.
Hello.
However, I wasn't pleased when my dad entered my room with the press who came to listen to my story.
Press?
Apparently, they decided that my story was worth
Oh,
being
media.
told and shared. The press ruined
Oh,
my
yeah.
peace and
You've been asleep
quiet.
for
My mom
years.
even returned just so she could
You missed
be
a
in the
lot.
spotlight.
Instagram,
She returned
Snapchat, all
after
that. You missed all
disappearing
that.
for so long, just for fame. The press
Get
did
this
help a bit,
mom
though.
outta here.
My dad had them help us look for
She's using her
solutions
for
and
clout.
treatments that might help me get better. My mom, though, well, she didn't exactly
Look at
show
her.
up because she
She comes
suddenly
scurrying
remembered the
along when
importance of
she
family. She
needs
was
some
just there for
money.
fame. And Dad wanted me to decide if she
I don't
could
like
stay
her.
or not.
I don't.
Mom's answer was,
Nah, you can't
"My
say.
dear daughter, do you want your mommy back in your life?" I blinked
Hail to the
nonstop,
no.
and this meant I wanted her to go because I knew she didn't care if I lived or died. My dad was a person who'd taken care of
I
me
heard
my
everything
whole
you
life.
said.
Of course, he had
Don't think
big
I didn't.
moments where he wasn't by my side, but at least he still loved me enough and thought of me all the time. And for me,
Daddy's
that was enough.
little
And guess
girl.
what? My dad got in contact with one of the big companies that made medical devices. They had created
What?
a device that gets implanted inside the brain and is connected
There's a
to
chip, we're being
special
chipped.
computer. The device
We're
sends
being
electric
chipped.
waves to the computer that then says
Nyom,
the words out
nyom.
loud. That company heard
Hello.
about my condition in the media and were happy to help me. The first time they tried
For
this on
free?
me was pretty funny. Everything I
Eat
said
that,
made
Mom.
everyone laugh, but for me it was sad because I
I'm
never
not
got
laughing 'cause I
answered
can't
my
move.
question. What I asked
What question?
was, what happened to my dog Snowball? My story
Where
might be
is the
sad.
dog?
Some of you might
Find the
believe
dog.
it, and others will say that it is just a product of my imagination. But what can't be denied
Don't
is
listen
that
to
there
those
are
people.
a lot of people like me in this world who no one knows anything about because they
I
don't
feel
have
you.
the ability to connect with people. It wouldn't hurt to act nicely towards
I'm
them
here to help.
and not to
Let me
ignore
know.
them because, like me, they have feelings too. My suffering lasted for 7 years, but I truly
7
believe that the star
years?
that fell that night was the reason
That's
my
like
wish of being able to talk again came true.
the whole
Everything
Infinity
happens for a
War
reason.
saga.
Did you like my story? Don't forget to tell me what you think in the
I actually
comments
did. I
below.
actually cried.
And to like
I
and
laughed.
subscribe to the
I was
channel.
mad. Your mom's mean. And there we go.